So now we move to the next chapter, ninth chapter, which starts from the landing of the plane. And our reader, who was reading during this flight, he didn't manage to finish this novel on the carpet of leaves illuminated by the moon, which was ended at the moment with leaves, and he get out of this.
He was distracted.
Yes, he was distracted by the policeman.
Right. And when he was reading it, I really felt that he's so focused. Like everything starts with you fasten your belt. The plane is landing, but you don't look other ways besides your book. And I felt like this is what a person does when he's very focused and he's reading. And how do we know that this is fictional story? We know it when he is confiscated from his book by a policeman. Like it never happens in the real world when everything is revolving around the book, but here it is. And I just realized that, we again came back to our reader, like the Japanese story before. So he was reading the Japanese story, and now we're back to our reader, which is actually the place in which we actually were all the time.
You're right. Also, it felt for me like this was a bit fake story happening. Like again, Marana's reality coming into this world, and at the moment when he was confiscating this book, the policeman started to threaten him, and some lady said to. That she will give him the same book, so he shouldn't panic. And her name was Karina, and that felt for me like a bit strange that we have a new character here, and she is so confident in herself, and he was wondering if this is a real book or if it is a fake one. And he decided to look into the text, and he saw that and he said like there is a dust jacket fake, and the text is also fake. So our new character says that of course it is fake. What did you expect? Like, of course.
Yes, and it's the 9th chapter, so we're already in the end of our book. And 9th chapter changed my perspective towards this book, because before that I was very engaged with trying to find the continuation with the characters, but now I see that characters are fake by themselves. So the only people who are seeking for continuation is us, like real people. But the characters are also in their own stories. And this is another world to where our readers kind of go into randomly on a plane. So on a plane, he lands in a new place, and he notices that a lot of things are similar to what was in the previous world.
Yes, that's interesting. But sometimes there was things happening extra fictional. Like they sat in a taxi, and they were pursued by another taxi, which was pursued by another taxi, and the scenes happen like this in the way that second taxi stops their taxi, and they are arrested. The narrator, Carolina, and driver are arrested, and their fake policeman takes them, and they go to the second taxi, and then our new character presents herself in a new way. I am Ingrid, and so she becomes a new character, Karina, Gertitude, Ingrid, and they continue their driving, and after this they're again stopped, arrested, and by this time it was again fake policemen, and when the narrator was asking if how do you know if these policemen are real or your policemen, she said it's difficult to distinguish. So
Yes, and at that point I thought that, well, probably they're going to go to one place, but they are separated. So our character, the reader, goes into another car, and that girl goes to another car, but they end up in one place. But interestingly, before that, he wasn't taken. He wasn't arrested for bad thing. He was arrested because in this world, in this city, country, they needed a person who is reading. So they wouldn't waste their time on reading, but they will find him, and he will help them in order to ban the prohibited books, like to find the fake books and to prohibit them. And this was the reason why he was arrested. And when he knows it, he tells them that, well, actually he was reading a book and he wants to find the continuation of the book. And they tell him that, well, yeah, there is a place, we will go there with you, and then you will make yourself comfortable and find your book. And when he comes there is an Ingrid, that girl, and she is a policeman, right?
So our